Hey, today I'm talking about that one kid that gets on your nerves. You know what I'm talking about. Whether it's that something happened one time and or two times or three times and what starts happening is that every day you just keep expecting that at some point you're going to get frustrated or angry with that child. Well, if that's the case, we have to work on getting ourselves under control as the teacher, as the adult in the classroom, because we can't just anticipate that it's automatically going to happen. Because if you do that, then you're probably going to make it happen. So we got to be careful that way, right? And not only that, because if you start showing behaviors, the kids are going to notice, and especially that kid. And maybe you might cause a little bit of hurt with that happening, or if nothing else, you may end up causing some of the other kids going, Mr. Roletta, why do you always act this way towards John over there, And they do notice what you do, believe me. So let's talk about three ways to keep yourself from getting upset, angry at that one child in your classroom. So my number one way is make a list of positive attributes, characteristics of this one child. Don't put their name on it, but you know what this list is, and put this list on your desk someplace where you can look at it just before the kid comes to your class, or before class starts in the morning, or right after lunch, or during lunch, so that right after lunch when you see this child, you have these positive thoughts in your mind. Maybe the last test they did very well, or maybe he managed to he helped pick up some mess that happened in the classroom, or just find those positive things that happen and make a list of it. And sometimes, maybe it's 4 or 5 things that you put on that list, and just put it on your desk and review this and say, he does do some good things, all right? And that way it'll just help you remind yourself of it. So that's my number one way, make a list. Number 2 way of helping keep yourself from getting angry at that child, but at least before you need to, is, near where the child sits, put some stuff on the wall behind them. Something so that as you walk towards them or as you glance up towards them, you're going to look beyond the child and you're going to see that thing or that picture or whatever it is. So for example, like if you look behind me, you see all these Buzz Lightyears and different things that are mine. And when they have different purposes, different people gave them to me and things like this. Well, maybe you put something like that, something that makes you feel happy because you look at it and you see Buzz back there and you go, oh yeah, that reminds me of that funny part in that movie and I just love Buzz Lightyear. Or maybe it's a picture of your kids, or maybe you coaching soccer or basketball or something, and it's just some picture like that or some image that's behind them that gives you that positive sort of, those feel good feelings, woo, I feel good now. And so the point is that it helps you keep control of your anger. So, the second thought is that you put some image or object behind them that makes you happy, it reminds you of good times or something like this, so that you see that and it helps you keep your anger down. So the first way is to keep that list, no names on it, don't share it with anybody, don't tell anybody what this list is. You put that on your desk so you can review it right before the kid comes into class, or right before class starts, or even during the middle of class. You walk back over there and go, what were those positive things again? Number 2 is put some image or some artifact or something back there behind them, so as you look at them, if you look at the child or you go to approach the child, you see those objects back there that make you get a smile on your face. It's something that's going to make you feel good, like a picture of you with your children or your family on a vacation or something like this, or just something like, I like Buzz Lightyear, if you couldn't tell. And, just something that's going to make you smile. And number 3 is, sometimes we just got to give ourselves a timeout. and if you know the child's coming into this next class, it's after lunch, it's whatever it is during the day, then give yourself a timeout. And the way you do it is, take time to read something that's going to kind of calm yourself down, or watch something. What I like to do is, and by the way, another way of doing this is just like if you just had class and you might be a little nervous, just go take a walk. Just go take a walk, get a nice deep cleansing breath and get yourself refocused. But sometimes what I like to do with timeout is, when I give myself a timeout, what I would do is I would quickly just think about some funny scene in some movie, or today you can actually quickly watch some little segment on YouTube, and something that would be very safe would be like a scene from Gilligan's Island. I know it's old, but it's funny, and it might make you might make you laugh, man. And there's just any number of things like that that just might be the ticket that you need before the kid comes in. So give yourself that time out to refresh, get your brain going, and be happy and fun. And so the three ways that I have to help you keep from getting angry at that one kid is number one, create that list, review that list. On that list are positive things about the child. Number two, one of the things that you need to do is near them, put on the wall or on a shelf or something like this, objects that and posters or pictures that will make you smile, will make be hard pressed to be angry as you're looking at those things when you're approaching the child. And number three, think about giving yourself a timeout, whether it's to go outside, whether it's to actually do something with somebody else to make you laugh. Like go find that colleague who can always make you laugh. Or watch that little YouTube clip that's gonna make you go, oh, that's funny. Hey, you ever watch Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes? Man, there's some good stuff there. Animaniacs, something like that. Just something real quick that's gonna make you, get rid of that little angst that might be there. Just food for thought. 3 ways of keeping yourself from getting angry at that one kid. Ta-ta.